Welcome to Wild West Garage. I'm Morgan, and that's a 98 Dodge with a Cummins in it, and it's got a leaky fuel filter housing, like the top where the wires go in for the fuel heater. So let's take a look. 98 Dodge with a Cummins, and it's got the fuel filter housing leak from here. This is the fuel heater, and there's an O-ring in here, and I need to replace it. So I've seen other guys do this, and for some reason they cut this wire, but this connector comes apart, so I've gone ahead and pried this out of there already. It just fits in there like that around those wires, and there's a little tab on the end there, and so you just pry that out of that slot. And then inside of here, probably not going to be able to see it, but there's, oh, I just about saw it. There's two plastic tabs on this down deep in there. See if it'll focus. And I believe you just have to push them out of the way, and then you can pull these wires out. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Can't really see what's going on in there with the tool in the way. There we go. There's one. There's two. This pick isn't exactly sharp either, that's not helping me. Okay, now on this side there's three little torque screws. Hopefully I got the right one I'm gonna do. I do. Looks like this one. Make sure you're still in frame there, more or less. Highly organized little workbench here. So whenever you're working on something like fuel system, you should always work in a clean environment. Let's make this a clean environment. There we go. Clean environment. There we go. Pop that out of there. Take a look at this O-ring. Looks pretty flattened. Pretty hard, and it's not really hard, it's just lost its spring back. It's kind of rotten. So hopefully I have a O-ring that will work on this. I didn't plan ahead. Stores are closed. It might be this one right here. Let's try that. Still see what I'm doing. A bit big. Let's see if it'll go in there. I think we're good. Now, the only thing I didn't do, well, I guess I could go back and look at the video. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to shut the video off and go back and look at which way this plug goes on these wires. That was silly. There we go. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, good thing for the video. Good thing I'm making a video, or I'd be in some trouble here. No, I wonder if it would even matter which way this hooked up, but anyways, it's going back the way it came, so. Oops. All right, so that goes in there. There's a couple of little tabs. Just snaps down in there. There, done. All right. that's all there is to that. So that's really a pretty simple job. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put a new fuel filter in, of course. And that'll be that for a while for this truck. So that actually was pretty easy to do. The mistake I made was I forgot to take this plug out here. I guess I think maybe you can take this one out too. I'm not sure why there's two of them, but I took this one out in the end. But I forgot to take that out to allow the you know, the fuel in-tank fuel pump to fill the canister. And then I had trouble starting it. I had to crack some injector lines to get the thing going. But so my advice would be to take that plug out and just hit the key maybe 5 or 6 times. Just cycle the key on and off. And then you get fuel coming out of there. And I would think that once that fuel canister is full, if you started the engine, it would keep running. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of experience with these. I have a lot of experience with the common rail ones, where you could just change the fuel filter, cycle the key a couple of times, and they'd fire up and keep running. But this did not want to keep running that way. So I did cycle the key a couple of times. I didn't think I could actually hear the fuel pump running, but it was just running for maybe a second or two each time. So if I had taken that plug out, I'm sure it would have helped me out quite a bit. But anyways, it wasn't that big of a deal to bleed the injectors. And so my leak's fixed. So on to the next thing. So like I said, that was a pretty easy job. I think it took me about maybe an hour from start to finish, including bleeding the injectors to get it going. So if you did it the right way by bleeding the canister, filling the canister up first, you may not have to bleed the injectors to keep it running. So anyways, not a big deal anyway. It turned out perfect. It was way less of a job than I thought it would be. Of course, I was worried that I was going to break stuff when I took it apart, because it is an old truck. This is a '98, so it's 26 years old. So anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Just thought, if anybody's wondering, the pipe thing is happening. It's slower than I thought, because I'm relying on my son to get my website going for me. So, and I'm not paying him, so that's what you get. You get what you pay for, right? So hopefully that's going to be resolved this weekend, because he's going to be showing up tonight, and we'll get things going. We'll get some pipes available for sale. Thanks for watching. See me next time.